There we go. What's good, neighborhood? Apologies for the somewhat late start, but at least it's close to 10. Anyways, the grind to get the PS5 and improve our streams continues, and we are coming in today with I forgot to change the title of the game that we're going to be playing today because we're not going to be doing Final Fantasy VI Brave New World. Not this time. No, 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 no. We're getting back at it with the Stompy Mechs, and you probably might have seen the tweet, a small little innocuous tweet that I made over the weekend about suddenly wanting to jump back into Armored Core 2. Because guess what? That's what's happening. That's what we're playing. Hopefully, it actually comes through the way it's supposed to. There we go. Ah, yes, the TV works. Had to whack it a couple times, but the TV works. Let me go ahead and. Okay, no, the desktop audio is good. It's just this game has pretty booming sound. Now, let's check on a couple things real quick before I get started with Armored Core 2. No AC2 data found. Let's fix that. Okay, game difficulty and vibration settings are business as usual. But hopefully we'll be able to get some more folks in to actually check everything out. Bitrate and everything is still looking good, so I think we may actually be on to something here. Let me go ahead and pop by Gamer Network real quick because, well, if you haven't done so already, at the very least, give it a shot. Check it out. Gamer Network's not a bad place to be, and it's actually one of the few social media. It's one of the few social media platforms that, I've actually been really excited to give a shot. I'm not necessarily the best. I'm not necessarily the most active on social media. But when you've got places like Gamer Network, actually, making the rounds and offering a decent place for folks to, not just hang out, but also connect with other streamers and just other gamers in general, you can't go wrong. But anyway, that's enough waxing poetic about social media and such. Let's get right down to it. Hopefully, the PS2 emulator actually, runs. Hopefully, it runs and doesn't give us any issues. Fingers crossed. But anyway, we got to go ahead and put in that pilot name. Boom. Done.
Earth Year 223. In the wake of the final war known as the Great Destruction, mankind was forced underground. But with the discovery of the pre-war Mars Immigration Project, the human race would again prosper and flourish. The age of conflict in the subterranean world was finally over, and the newly established government made restoration of the devastated environment its priority. Emigration to Mars was encouraged, but this influx of settlers posed a threat to law and order on the Red Planet. corporations that were all-powerful during the subterranean era lost their foothold when the government was created. But with a new planet, ripe for exploration, they discovered opportunities to regain their strength.
Post-apocalypse. It's like post-apocalypse, mega corporations, stompy mechs. This is what we're here for. Oh, sounds like you're not doing. Sounds like you're not having such a good time of it. You sure you're gonna be all right, Chop?
You know the drill. This mission will test your abilities. The test is simple. All you have to do is destroy all MTs that have entered this region. Should you succeed, you will be registered as a Raven in the arena. If you fail, you die. I'll accompany you as an observer, but only in that capacity. Keep this in mind. Here they are. Time to see what you learned on Earth.
Here we go.
System engaged.
Oh!
Go straight along the road and clean them out.
Missiles up and active. Oh! Oh! There we go. Yeah, that's right. Analog is not quite set for this yet. Okay, nothing down that way. That's a dead end.
The leader is headed your way. Take him out.
Will do.
Not bad. Your piloting abilities are impressive. Congratulations. From now on, you're a Raven.
Objective achieved.
There we go. Feels good to get back to it. One other thing I desperately missed about the old Armored Core games is the music. Such good stuff. second. Sorry, there's still a few things I've been checking on just to try and make sure that everything runs smoothly. But yeah, for the folks in the chat, if you got anyone else who might be interested in watching, go out there, tell your friends if they're interested in mechs and classic gaming. We got Armored Core 2 running right now. It's fun. It's gonna be great. I'll probably try and go for the plus system again within the next couple hours. Actually, that's another thing I wanted to double check, was to make sure that it's the same as it is in the first game. Well, in the earlier games. But let's find out. Oh, God. Why did I have to click on a site that has ad blocker? Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. 50k in debt, always and the bonuses you get, always active radar, ranged energy blades on this, like ranged energy shots on swords, better cooling, no need to kneel when using cannon weapons, half energy usage, and double energy. That being said, let's go ahead and actually give a few missions and a few arena spots a normal shot. Anyways, let's see. Excuse me. Let's go in the options. Okay, no need to worry about that. Let's check the mail. Welcome to Mars. Here you will perform various missions as a Raven registered with the Nerves Concord. We look forward to working with you. Under the terraforming project, the Martian environment is beginning to approximate that of Earth's. And as Martian society matures, conflicts over control are becoming fierce. The planet is therefore in a state of constant turmoil. For a Raven, it's an ideal setting. The amount of work available to you is limited only by your abilities. Another thing, as on Earth, arenas for Ravens exist on Mars, and all Ravens must be registered with an arena. Your registration is already complete. Your current ranking reflects your status as a new Raven. Advancement through the ranks rests solely on your shoulders. We will contact you periodically, so remember to check your mail. Good luck. Hello, Raven. I'm Nell Otler. I'm a liaison for the Nerves Concord. I'm responsible for your managerial duties, including mission assignments and communication support. How long I will be your manager is up to you, but I look forward to working together. Oh yeah. Nah, if you want your mech, it's like if you want your mech running the way it should, or the way you want it to, you gotta buy gear for it. Okay. Let's check the garage. Now, as far as trying out the Armored Core series, you can't go wrong with playing the ones on the... You can't go wrong with playing the games on the PS1. Like the original Armored Core and well, Armored Core, Project Phantasma, and Master of Arena, those are all really good games as far as helping you get into the basics of at least the early parts of the series. But if you want something where you've got solid controls of the first games, but a lot of the speed that you'll get to experience in, say, some of the later games, then check out the ones on PS2, especially Armored Core 2, AC2 Silent Line, AC2 Another Age, Armored Core 3, and Armored Core 3 Silent Line. I like the rockets. Maybe need to sell the radar and the head. Let's also do something about this color as well. Yeah, blood red's good. Hey, what's good, Blue? Good to see you, man. 50 months. That's it. That is just wild. Alright, let's see. Aid color. Optional. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, optional color's looking good so far there. Detail color, that's the joints and pipes. Well, no, that's the pipes. Joint color's there. Bam. Get into more detailed color changes a little bit later. Huh. Carnage Heart. I'll actually have to check that game out. Let's see. Enemy Remnants, definitely gonna need that. Outer Heat. I need that. I like the speedometer and altimeter. That just makes things look that much better. Change the color to something a little easier on the eyes. So, cyan's good. Okay, I'm at 5,000 right now. Night Ice 49. Hang on. so I need to find a decent head for 17. 17 plus 25. 17 plus 25, that's 42. Okay, so 42,000. And I can get that for 41. Okay. So we're gonna sell the head. Sell the shoulder radar. We're gonna buy that one. Okay, necessary parts equipped. Now I'm trying to remember, but I think there's a hidden part in the AC test. But I can't remember what exactly it was. Let's see. I actually like that LP archive site. I'll keep that. What I'm looking for is Armored Core 2 hidden parts. There we go. That's right. This... Okay, I'm about to get my first hidden part.
Main system. Engaging test mode.
Oh. Ourselves turned around, aim up, and there's supposed to be a hidden part up here. Where's that panel at? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I ran out. I ran out. Ah, what have I done? Okay, I'll have to try this one more time. I will definitely have to try this one more time.
Main system. Engaging test mode.
I can't remember which ceiling panel it is. And of course, there's no way of telling in the current map that I have, so might have to look it up again. Up at the center of the ceiling. It says look up at the center of the ceiling. Right. We're gonna try this again. And there we go again. Let's try this again. Let's abort the mission. Okay. I'll have to get to it later. Anyway, let's get to it. But with that being said, for everybody that's in the chat, whether you're lurking or actively chatting, how'd the weekend treat you? Got any big plans for this week coming up? Let's see suppression. Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Prototype MTs are malfunctioning and running loose in the Bundle MT factory. The cause of this may be the electromagnetic field surrounding a meteor that fell nearby. As the malfunctioning MTs are only prototypes, they are weakly armed. No major damage is expected, but we cannot let them run amok. Your mission assignment is the destruction of all malfunctioning MTs. Good luck.
Main system engaging combat mode.
The gates between blocks have been closed to prevent the damage from spreading. Destroy all MTs in each of the blocks. Doing so will open the gates one by one.
Left. Let's get these items out of the way.
The gate lock to Block B has been released.
Cannot unlock gate. Gate check. Cannot unlock gate. Gate check. Cannot unlock gate.
Back this way. Alright. Give me just a quick second. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a little bit of an intermission break. I need to get up, stretch my legs, and check on a few things. Hasn't quite been an hour yet, but I want to give us some time. So, that being said, keep it locked right here. I'll be right back. Must have been hearing things. Hey, what's good, Andre? Good to see you. Yeah.
C has been released.
Gate track cannot unlock gate.
Block C. There we go. Get a little frame dip here. Oh, seriously, no. GameCube still is a fantastic system.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
I'm sure I could have done a lot better on that stage. But of course I'm running with basic equipment. Cool, 17 for that. Woo. The value of your existence is determined by corporations. God damn, is that topical or what? Seriously, considering how certain things have been going recently, you could very much say that, well, you could say that some of the stuff in Armored Core hits a little different now. Alright. So, let's, I wonder. Arm unit right, standard rifle. That sells for 11K, and I've got 17. bazookas. There's our shotguns. Hand rockets, flamethrowers. Sound issue. Well, what happened? Wait a minute. Small missiles, 18 plus 17. That's 35. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. No, I really wish that... I hope that SNK actually decides to... I really hope that SNK decides to actually make that a demo instead of just a beta. So that way folks would have more time... So that way folks would have more time with it. And yeah, honestly, like... While I would have streamed it... Oh, there were a few things going on around the house that just... It made it so that this weekend was actually even more imperative that when it came to gaming, I just game for myself instead of, you know, streaming it, you know? And that's one of the things that... Okay. Okay, it looks like everything's stabilized. At least for now. But yeah, actually I'm, right now I'm using OBS. I'm not using Streamlabs. Okay, enemy AP 6600. Sorry, 660, excuse me. There we go. Yes, you are absolutely... Yo, Shermie is awesome. Like, just the... Like, some of the... You know, some of the things you can actually do with her as far as, like, you know, her grapple cancels and everything. Man. They took how great she already was in KOF 2002 and made her better. And then there's the whole, you know, Shermie being thicker than a cold bowl of oatmeal in January. Let's take a look. Let's see. Success rate's looking good so far, so let's go ahead and save. But anyway, speaking of dealing with Streamlabs stuff, or, you know, if nothing else, getting rid of it, well, I still do have, you know, for anyone that wants to help me out as far as, you know, helping me get the PS5 for the channel, I still do have the donation link set up. Now it's not going through Streamlabs anymore, so you won't have to worry about any of their BS. Okay, I need to do something about this. Let's see. Okay, 14 plus 11 is 25. Let's see if I can get myself a decent machine gun. Sniper rifle. Oh, cheapest machine gun's 38. Damn it. Attack power 203, 277, 80, 150. You know what? I'll get that. Not enough? Oh, come on. That's crap. Alright, I need to find something to aim for here, so let's take a look at the legs. 53, 35, 39, 46. What's good, Brian? That's right. This was the first one that introduced hover legs too. Is this the one with the arms? Is this the one with the arms I'm looking for too? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Machine gun arm, bazooka, grenade launcher, plasma cannons, beam cannons, superheated missiles, rapid fire missiles. see if I can get in another arena win. Let's see what Hustler 2 is all about. Oh, how is Tales of Arise? Honestly, I love the game. It's fantastic. My only issue with Tales of Arise currently... My only issue with Tales of Arise is Shion. Keeps trying to get in close. What is he expecting to do? What is he expecting to do? But yeah, no. The one complaint I have about Tales of Arise is Shion. As a character, thus far, I wholly dislike her. I mean, she's an incredibly well-written character. I just can't stand the bitch. Meanwhile, though, because here's the thing. I am currently at the, what's the name of that area again? Oh, yeah. I'm in the third domain right now, the third territory, Eldermanancia, and I've got the chance to meet Dolahim and Kisara, and I absolutely I dig Kisara. Like there's just nothing else to say. Between the character design, the whole guardsman thing. Hey, what's good, GQ? How you doing? Yeah, can't really say it's one I'm too big on myself. I mean, I've seen it written well. I've seen tsundere characters written well. I've seen tsundere characters written well. Shion definitely does not do it for me. But I mean, to be fair, you know. Like angry, angry characters that tend to hide a lot of their more sensitive feelings. Maybe it's an unfair comparison, but the last time I saw it written well, at least in my opinion, was in Tales of Berseria. Velvet. And what it feels like for me is that Velvet actually has you get to see a lot more of what leads Velvet to being who she is. And it fits. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can do one or two more arena bouts before actually... This is AC's defense and mobility by equipping a shield, floating leg base. Okay, so the problem with this AC is that it's fast. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, lost focus on him. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're back. Alright, you're in the 2000s. Come on. Show me something. Show me something. Okay, missiles. Alright. What? And that's it. Fight's over. Good question. I know that, oh, crap. Yeah, stream is definitely lagging. It's showing up as completely frozen on my side. Alright, trying to get a few things worked out here real quick. Just hang tight. Okay. Alright, how are we doing on you guys' end? Because, mine's still... Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll grow on me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Shion actually grows on me as a character. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, again, this isn't anything against... This isn't anything against the VA so much as just I don't like the character. There's a difference. Anyway, how's everything going with the stream right now? I mean, has it cleared up for you guys? Because I've been going through, trying to close out some stuff to make sure I got everything all worked out. Alright, next fight. Oh! Okay, she's over here trying to put in some work. Did she run out of ammo? That would explain a lot. Okay. Looks like I might have this. Yep, she's out of ammo and doesn't have any means to counter. Now she's literally just running around. Of course, my aim's not the best either, so 38 points. Done. There we go. Ugh. Okay, nothing new here. Alright, you guys. I'm going to take just a couple quick moments to go check on a few things around the pad, but I'll be right back. So yeah, well, just thinking back to last night's podcast, and really talking about just the sixth generation and what each console in that generation offered. Like the way Oliver simplified it, it really hit home because it makes sense. Like with the Xbox, like there's no denying it. With the Xbox, you've got punching power on the hardware. With the GameCube and the Dreamcast, you've got a library that's more, I guess, just more fun, but more whimsical. You've got the Mario stuff, you've got different franchises like Seaman, a lot of the Sega exclusive stuff. And then with the PS2, you've got a lot more in terms of variety. Because, even when it comes to stuff like JRPGs, there aren't many other consoles that actually really match the kind of breadth and scope that the PS2's catalog has. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see what I can do now. If I sell the blade and sell the rifle. I've got 38,673. Will that be enough? 38.9. Oh, come on. I'm so close. But I could at least pick up a better rifle. Wild Arms! God, thank you for reminding me, Andre. That's what I wanted to play for this morning's PS2 run. Oh. Well, no, I'm going to have to make sure I've got my hands on Wild Arms 3 and 4 so that way I can play those for you guys next time. Oh, I was literally just thinking about that last night. Like, just what really awesome JRPGs could I play that that haven't been talked about or been explored in as much depth as they should recently, and the Wild Arms series is definitely one of those. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for when it comes to describing stuff like the catalog on Nintendo, on the GameCube and the Dreamcast. It's experimental. Oh, wow. Hang on. didn't switch to the machine. I didn't switch in the rifle. No. That's better. Let's try this again. Yeah, honestly, I think we would get a lot more. I think we would get much greater. I think we'd get much greater variety in terms of games if, you know, more companies were actually free to, you know, do their thing. I mean, consider this. Consider this, and this is something that Brandis and I were talking about a while back. But if there is one game that got completely shafted this generation, and I mean completely, it's Uppers. Initially, it was PS Vita exclusive. PS Vita in Japan exclusive. But when it was finally getting ready to make its way to the States and onto, you know, more home consoles and more home platforms like Steam and the PS4, that was when Sony really started, you know, just ratcheting up their Comics Code Authority style, you know, moral policing pressure on, you know, a lot of the Japanese games that were coming out at the time. And, you know, with everything that happened with Senran Kagura, it just stymied the efforts to bring Uppers to the States outside of Steam. Like, when that game was going to be coming over to the West, it would have been on Steam and PlayStation 4. But the PS4 release got canned because of what happened with, you know, because of what happened with Senran Kagura and what happened with Kenichiro Takagi, you know, in particular. Yeah. No, it's a sad state of affairs. You know, just how much it seemed like experimentation really did just die off. We can do this. Just gotta keep that pressure up. Alright, he's in the red. He's overheated. Got him. Oh, absolutely. Like, simply put, if I had my way, if I had my way, and I was I was somehow put in the position to start, put in the position to make major decisions at Sony, what I would definitely do is like if I was going to do anything at Sony, there are definitely some series that I would like to see, that I would see make a comeback. Wild Arms, for example. Shadow Hearts. Let's see. Like Wild Arms, Shadow Hearts. I'd reach out to the developers at Level 5 if they were still around and see what they could do about, at Level 5 and Overworks, and see what they could do about, remastering or remaking Skies of Arcadia. Rogue Galaxy would be another one that I would really try and get back in people's hands, because those games were just good. Straight up, the games were good. Machine gun. That's exactly where I need to go with this. Boom. Alright. Let's jump back to the arena. I would say that focusing on AAA isn't feasible in the long run. You've got to have your independent and your middle market developers too. That's enough out of you, pal. See? Trend chasing, switch to HD displays, standardized pricing. Treating anything selling less than Call of Duty is considered a failure. An oddly xenophobic culture towards Japan, and that xenophobia has, I would say, progressed to today. Like, the 7th gen is where all that took root. 8th gen is where it blossomed and really started doing damage. Okay. You're not wrong. Alright, let's go ahead and take on Warehound real quick. This guy's been talking a lot of smack in the emails as I've moved up through the arena. Oh! Oh, okay. Woo! Oh, shit! Ah! No, no, no! Damn it, why did I have that hard landing? Come on, come on! $775. $498. $221. Got him! Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Ooh. So Warehound came right out of the gate, pumping ammo into me. Like those shots from his little arm-mounted howitzer were doing amazing damage and overheating me, which caused even further damage. Yeah, it takes time before a generation gets good. Honestly, with everything as far as supply chain issues go, between between the supply chain crisis and, again, and scalpers, trying to make an extra buck. This generation has gotten off to a really slow start. Okay, how much do I have here? 16. Myself back in good shape with arm blade. There we go. I'll save here and then we'll try the AC test one more time because I've got to get that hidden part.
Main system. Engaging test mode.
There we go. And speaking of Brandis, she actually just brought me lunch. But yeah, back to what I was mentioning earlier, though. It takes a while for a... it takes a while for a generation to get good. And I will say that this generation has been very slow on the uptake.
AC part acquired.
Like, it's been slow on the uptake more than anything because of just how long it's taken for the hardware to actually get into more people's hands. More than just influencers. More than, you know, how long it's been taking to get into the hands of more, you know, more your average consumer, you know, Johnny B video games. And honestly, I think that's the kind of thing that's... I think that's the kind of thing that's really going to hurt the industry moving forward. Biosensor radar, that's what needed to go. Okay, I'm sitting at 26K right now. $26 and 62, that would put me to 88. 88K get me a better core. $74 will get me a heavyweight. Okay, let's take a look at the legs. 26 and 25, that puts me to 51,000. And will 51,000 get me better legs? 53. 35 for shell defense, 39 for look like the normal ones. Light bipedal but unstable. I'm trying to go for better biped legs. Yeah. The whole graphics card market and, you know, cryptocurrency mining that's been just destroying that. Light and higher output. Let's see. Okay, 48. So what if I sell my current generator? What's that going to put me at? 46. What? Well, I would say this. If you're going to go for a Switch, do so ASAP, because Switches are also, you know, being hit by a lot of the supply chain shortages.
We request the elimination of an informer. The target is an employee of ours who has been selling highly classified information to other corporations. Through surveillance, we've learned that he will be meeting with representatives from Emerald Corporation tonight at Fauna Crater. We want you to eliminate him then and there. Attack only the vehicle that the target has boarded. Ignore the corporate forces. We want to send them a message that we'll no longer tolerate such activities. I don't like having to hire a raven, but as the rest of our forces are engaged in other activities, I don't really have a choice. That is all. Good luck.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a bit of stagnation.
Huh? AC detected nearby. Raven? Ah, damn it, they found out. All units converge on the Raven. Make sure our contact is protected.
Main system engaging combat mode. Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
Well, that was a quick little mission right there that I was able to make my way through. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and start winding down the morning stream for right now. Let's go ahead and hit the mail and see what we've got. Earth Government LLC information. We can look through that later. Disorder units. Ah, insect units. Okay. So yeah, I would definitely say that because of what happened with crypto and the graphics card market, there's definitely going to be a graphical performance stagnation. But with that being said, personally, I've always been of the type where, graphical fidelity isn't always isn't always paramount when it comes to game development. However, you are still going to want hardware that actually has, audio-visual punching power. And if you can't find graphics cards that have that punching power, then, you're stuck. What are you going to do? I mean, hell, I'm sitting on a GTX 1060 right now, and basically, I'm in good shape as far as running certain games goes. My problem is, the actual processor itself. But anyway, that right there is a topic for another time. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to go ahead and save the game, and we're going to bail out of here for about an hour and a half or so. I'll be coming back later on this afternoon with more, probably jumping onto something on Steam, probably jumping back on the PS2 and actually pulling up some Wild Arms. We'll see what happens. Till then, you guys have yourselves a great lunch, And as always, stay good, neighborhood. I'll see you folks later.